Ahem. Ahem. Ugh. We're late. We're late. Chop it up. What up, catch? Chop catch. Smalls what up? First, second. There you go. What should we start with? Play Pally game? Should I do my all haste again? Dude, all haste was pretty fun. SNS, what up? All haste was pretty fun. I kind of want to do like a priest with a lot of haste. Play Pally game. Matt, what up? Next string, what up? How's it going, people? Sorry, we're late. We're late, 2 hours or so. A little bit. Super Bowl Sunday, though. Prime. So prime. This is my new add-on, chillin'. What's your new add-on? I heard people already made like an interrupt tracker. So fried, damn. So fried, dude. Not that I'm opposed to interrupt tracker, because we already said that I think that should be baseline, but pretty funny. Need midnight to be live ASAP. I fell into League. Oh my god, you fell into the League hole, huh? League of Legends, huh? We've all been there, dude. We've all been there, dude. I feel like WoW players and League players both fall through the same trap. Like, I know so many League players that they take a break from League by playing WoW, and then vice versa, right? Like, WoW players take a break from WoW by playing League. It's just... it's funny. It's funny. Has the objective tracker and Ray PP so I don't have to uncheck everything? Ah. I see. Guys, you like my facial hair? It's a sign of my mental health. You can always tell how good we're doing mentally based on whether or not I've shaved, dude. It's not funny. It's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny. It's just facts. Just facts. Just facts, dude. Alright, where's our queue at, though? What's going on here? There we go. There we go. We just had to ask. We just had to ask. Get me in there. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay. Oh, it had righteousness. I don't want that. There you go. Boom, boom. Let's do it. I said might be cooked, not gonna lie. Made a couple since pre-patch started to cover small things to use bigger add-ons for. Ah. So you're one of those, huh? One of those add-on makers, huh? Okay. Oh my god, we almost one-shot him. Finds me. One of both. Fuck, I need him to get away from that. Dodge him. Yellow wings for damage. Oh my god. So lucky, dude. Might have to get a little blockaroo, dude. Okay. Fuck, he just bubbles. And then I get hodged. They sheep the guy. Yes. Yes. Changes ink. Changes ink reset? What do you mean? What changes? Dan, what up, dude? Yo, Dan, by the way, thank you for the gifted a couple days ago, man. Ridiculous of you, dude. That's very, very, very nice of you, man. I appreciate that, dude. I know it was a rerun. I was testing my shit. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't think you knew it was a rerun. I don't know what changes we're gonna see. Alright, we're going Frost Mage. I feel like we'll have to see like monk stuff at some point. Oh my god, we just... Alright, dude. Alright, dude. Alright, dude. We actually just ran this guy down so fast. Survival Hunter is really good. Oh, patrol. Find his trinket. Chiefs me. I'm gonna trinket this song. Bro. Why would he ice wall me, dude? He actually barely got that on me. Oh my god, then we killed him, no block. Oh my god. You enjoying Pally? Pally's pretty fun. I mean, it's really good right now, so. But, I mean, Judgment just does a lot of damn. Judgment just does a lot of damage. This guy said, "You're so outclassed on mage." This guy said he's 1200. He said he should be 1200 rated. Classic. Nice shield. This guy go. We're gonna have to block. We have to block. Unlucky. I kind of knew he was gonna block, but I wanted to see maybe he would. Unlucky. Which one's more likely to get the nerf hammer, Pally or Monk? Probably both, honestly. I know, I should hit the Mana Tide, dude. I thought he was gonna block. I did. I was like, I knew he wasn't gonna block. But part of me was like, oh, you know what? Maybe he will. Maybe he will. Oh my god, he actually blocked. Hmm. We blocked again. I swear we should just go the monk. Should go the monk and run away. We're dead! No, no. What the... Why are the arena frames blurred out half the time? Well, it's just a bug. The frames just bug a lot. Okay. Oh yeah, I did win one with the mage, that's right. I could have sacked that instead of freedoming, probably would have been better, but I'm only gonna get half CC'd. Maybe it's fine. I'll sack now. And then I have all of my damage after this spirit, so... Oh my god. Beat. He's so dead. Yes. There we go. Tank, what up? How's PvP feeling after all the add-on changes? How is PvP feeling after all the add-on changes? Honestly, I would say better. Like, I think it does feel better, and my reasoning for that is, well, people are going to come up with add-ons anyways, right? People have already come up with, I think it's called Mini CC, and it shows interrupts and, like, highlights cooldowns when they're pressed, but I think what is nice about playing without add-ons, and it's mainly combat add-ons, right? Like, it's not, we keep saying add-ons as a general term, but it's the combat add-ons that are bad, right? Like Omnibar, tracking every single spell in the game, weak auras with audio and visual cues. You know, I've watched people that play with weak auras where I've watched people play for, you know, multiple expansions now with weak auras that straight up tell you, they give you an alert before something happens, right? So let's say leg sweep is in 10 seconds. You literally hear leg sweep in 10 as you're playing the game, right? Like you have all of these these add-ons, these programs kind of telling you what's going on rather than having to actually pay attention and kind of focus on the game and track things yourself. Which I know when I say that, people are going to be confused, right? Like, oh, how are you supposed to track every cooldown? But that was a part of the game. That was a skillful part of the game. Being able to know when someone had sweep, or being able to know when someone had Hodge ready, being able to know when someone had deep freeze, or when deep freeze existed, or dragon's breath. Like all of these things were factored into how you played the game, right? It was a lot less about having this perfect script of playing everything, as perfect as you can, but not because you're capable of doing that yourself, but because you have all of these these add-ons kind of telling you what's going on. Now, like I said, I do think the base UI needs to be better. I think they've improved the details, which is cool. It still sucks that you can't see like who people are attacking and stuff in the details, but it is nice to play. I will say one of the reasons that I think it's enjoyable to play without add-ons too is, and obviously, people are going to feel differently about this, but my screen is just so much less cluttered with random crap. Like, I have hated how not only the game is played, but how my game looks and how everyone's game looks. When I turn on someone's stream, I want to be able to see what's going on. I hate, and I'm not talking about customizing your UI, even though I do think that creates problems in other ways. We talked about that from a viewing experience. Is it cool that people can customize their UI? Sure, but is it the fact that every time you watch somebody play the game, it's a different UI every time, I think is bad for, the viewer experience, for the marketing of the game, that I could turn on 20 different PvPers, and they all have a completely different UI that makes no sense to me. Or like one of them makes kind of a little bit of sense, and then the other one doesn't. One of them, when people have the raid frames where they're not even the right colors, they're all like purple and then dark purple and then red. Like, it's confusing, and I think that's a different subject, in its own right. But I do think that playing the game without add-ons again is enjoyable. I think it feels more natural and more human to play the game without omnibar tracking every ability, without weak auras popping up telling me what's going on, air horns going off all the time. I also think that, obviously some of that was because the game has gotten more chaotic and they keep adding more cooldowns in, so people feel like they need to have, all the air horns going off, and I can understand that. Like, I can sympathize with that perspective because, yeah, the game was super crazy for a while and kept getting crazier. But it does feel nice to play the game where I don't constantly have, air horns and random sounds going off throughout the game. Pop-ups that come up, these bright pop-ups that come up telling me what's happening when people are pressing cooldowns. It's nice to just play the game. It feels more natural. It feels more human rather than, fighting people where it really does feel robotic, that everyone kind of knows everything going on and everything is tracked that you're doing. Yeah, I think Mini CC, the fact that that's, that keeps progressing into kind of what weak auras are or were, that really sucks, honestly. But yeah, I definitely don't like that, because at the end of the day, man, WoW players especially are just going to they're always going to people will always try to find a way to make things easier for them. Whether it's good for the game or whether it's not, that's just how it's going to be. People are always going to try to find a way to make it easier by coming up with more add-ons. Even when they limit it, they just keep trying to come up with more. But I will say, once again, that I do like the idea of playing without add-ons again, without the combat add-ons, without omnibar tracking everything, without feeling like I'm staring at them the whole time. And it's also nice to play the game where I don't feel drained after. And I know maybe not everyone's going to feel this way, but WoW, for me, has felt so draining for so many years now, because not only has the game gotten crazier, right? It's gotten more chaotic, they've added more things, but with that, on a competitive level, players have gotten more, like players have just completely, they completely, what is the word? Everyone dove in headfirst on weak auras and everything from like the end of BFA to start of Shadowlands for, you know, Arena. And ever since then, it's just been, it's increasingly more and more, I would say it's like glorified cheating, you know? Like I explained earlier with the, you know, people are having weak auras that straight up tell them, you know, Hammer of Justice in 10. And it's like, it's already one thing that you can straight up see the ability and track it on your Omnibar. But now you have a weak aura on top of that that is straight up alerting you, you know, and giving you warnings as to when these things are happening, you know? And it takes away so much from the game and how it's played. But I feel like people don't really understand that because a lot of people have played in this era of weak auras and audio and visual cues kind of telling them everything that they don't know what it's like to play without that. It really is just glorified cheating, you know? When it comes to, like we said, the customizing your UI, when it comes to, you know, placing buffs in different areas, or like what's it called now that they have? The cooldown manager. When it comes to, like, to stuff like that, like this, it's a lot different, in my opinion, than the combat add-ons, like we've said, with Omnibar, tracking every single ability that the enemy can press. Because you can track everything with Omnibar. You could track healer dispel, you can track dispels from the enemy, you can track healer dispels, you can track their CCs, you can track their defensives, you can track their mobility, you can track their utility, you can track their offensive cooldowns, you can track everything. And it really takes away from, yeah, you can track Mortal Strike for Warrior. Like, you could just straight up track their rotation. And it really does take away from the game and how it should be played and how it used to be played, where at the end of the day, man, people are going to make mistakes. And it's a lot more fun to play the game when people actually make mistakes. And it's not this robotic back and forth of tracking every single ability and having such a baseline level of, like, having such a baseline margin for error, which is just, you know, 1% margin for error. Obviously, people are going to still make mistakes because that's just how it is, right? People are still going to somehow fuck it up. They're still going to fuck up DRs. We understand that. But it is way different to play the game where you actually have to think about what is happening, and you have to look at the game and look at where people are positioned and look at how people are moving and look at, you know, buffs of characters, look at health bar, mana bar, look at their resource. Like, that is all so important. And when you have these weak auras and you have Omnibar, you don't have to look at that. You just look at the icon. Like, you know, I'll give you this is a very generic example. When you're on a shaman and you want to ground a Hammer of Justice from a pally, right? Without Omnibar, you're kind of just looking at what they're doing. Like, you're looking at the pally, right? So this is shaman POV, right? Like, I'm looking at the paladin and I see the pally running at me, and maybe he's like doing this, right? Maybe he's like running back, like strafing back and forth next to me, and then he starts running at me, right? That's when you have to think and you have to decide, and you have these mind games going on with whether or not he's going to press Hodge on you, whether or not he has it, whether or not you are going to try to ground it, or maybe you're going to try to wait it out. That's all so important to the game. But nowadays, what it is it's both players. It's two things. It's one player. There's two scenarios. One player is staring at their Omnibar and tracking it. So, like, this is what happens a lot from, you know, shaman perspective. I'm straight up looking at the cooldown on Hodge. And Hodge this thing. I'm just staring at my Hodge cooldown, or staring at his Hodge cooldown on the Omnibar and waiting for it. Because let's say he doesn't have Hodge for 2 seconds. I'm just straight up staring at Hodge waiting to press grounding, right? That's one scenario. Or two, which is always really funny, both players are kind of just standing there on top of each other, waiting for the weak aura to pop up. Which is another scenario where like both players are straight up standing there, just waiting for the weak aura to pop up, that someone pressed grounding, or, you know, they pressed a global, which is another important thing too, because what ended up happening with all of these add-ons is players could literally track your global cooldown. So once again, that whole scenario, that entire situation with, you know, the mind games and trying to have more awareness and keep track of what's going on your screen, you can literally see the global. There was an add-on that everyone started using where you could just, and I think it was a week or two, where if I pressed Holy Shock, you could see my global cooldown on every single spell I pressed. So you can tell when I'm going to be off global to actually press an ability. And all of these things, once again, they make the game feel so robotic and so unnatural. So to reiterate your point, like I think playing without the add-ons is just so much more fun. It's what I've noticed for me, and once again, this is just my opinion. You know, people are maybe going to rage, you know, in the chat, or make it a video and people rage at me in the comments. That's fine. Just my opinion. It's so much more fun for me to play the game without it, and I also feel way less exhausted, which is something we touched up on earlier, where when I used to play, dude, playing the game, the last few expansions, and I think part of it, yes, is the design, like class design, and the design of the game in general with, you know, endless modifiers, cooldowns, people getting blown up left and right. That is a factor, without a doubt. But I can say from experience, playing the game, even last expansion, Dragonflight as well, without add-ons, playing the War Within beta compared to playing War Within with all my add-ons, completely different experience. And it's the same thing now. Like, I, for so many years, have felt exhausted playing the game. Like, it's not even fun at that point. You just log on, you play 2s, 3s, shuffle, whatever. You're staring at all your fucking add-ons the entire time for hours on end, and it's draining. It's so draining to play the game that way. Once again, from my perspective. And I've felt that way for years. And it's really funny because I kind of, you know, reaffirmed my thoughts on it during War Within beta and during Dragonfly beta, when I would play the game without any weak auras, any add-ons, and I'm just playing. I queue up, I play the game, I hit my spells, I try to look at the map, I try to see what's going on, I try to react accordingly, make decisions based off, you know, where people are standing, how high or how low someone's HP is, whether or not they have enough resource, which once again is actually important, and that's such a lost skill of the game to, you know, to like look at an Ellie Shaman's Maelstrom or something, for example, or, you know, you can look at like a rogue's energy and actually tell when they're pressing buttons or not. And all of that has just been lost over the years. So playing again without it has been infinitely more fun, to answer your question once again for the 90th time. Since I keep, you know, circling around my answer, it's been infinitely more fun because I can just play the game, try to look at what's happening, try to make my decisions based off that. And if something is wrong or if I make a mistake, I can, you know, still learn from that and understand why it happened without having to rely on staring at my Omnibar and my weak auras. And once again, it feels so much more natural to, like, you know, walk up and try to press Hammer of Justice on somebody when you don't have everything tracked. Like, if I'm gonna walk up to a priest and press Hammer of Justice, I can do many things. I can try to watch his globals myself. I can try to, or like see how he's moving, or maybe he's casting a spell. There's still the mind game there. I can just stand next to him and see if he presses Fade. Like, there's so many options with that. Because the mind game has kind of been brought back with, you know, avoiding CC, or what we've talked about before, where you actually have to think and you have moments of panic, which are good in a sense and help make the game feel more natural because people are going to make mistakes. And it's a lot more common to see when you don't have everything tracked or telling you what's happening. So yeah, that's just how I feel about it. I'm really excited for it, and I, you know, outside of playing solo shuffle a bunch, which we know my thoughts on that, because that's kind of all you can do on the beta. Like, I really enjoy playing the game. Midnight has been a ton of fun, and I don't log off Midnight, even on the days where, you know, just played like 7 hours of shuffle, and I'm kind of just frustrated from, you know, solo shuffle. I don't feel exhausted. And there's a key difference, in my opinion, between being frustrated with how the games went, right? And logging off the game, feeling exhausted and feeling like a zombie. Completely different feelings. So, just to answer your question there. Yo, Chan, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. I saw you were leveling again. I saw your title was Here We Go Again. It's lit. I do remember the roly-poly on the bed, yes. I do. Adam, thank you for the raid, man. Did the shout out not work? Shout out Shan X. There you go. Not gonna name anyone, but another healer PvP streamer said the game is boring now. I guess he liked that playstyle. Not gonna name anyone, but another PvP streamer. It's probably Sidu, I would imagine. I've heard he is not happy about the add-on changes. But I mean, I feel like busting makes me feel good. Yo, Goldhand, thank you for the resub, dude. I feel like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's hard to like tell people they're wrong if that's what they liked, you know? Like, if somebody liked add-ons, it's hard for me to just be like, "Oh yeah, you're wrong." if that's how they felt about it, you know? That's kind of how they feel. But I think it also shows from... Yo, Oppie, thank you for the resub as well, man. Appreciate the prime, dude. I think that also comes from, you know, the fact that they have used a lot of those weak auras and stuff for so long. So it was Foxy instead. Interesting. Foxy is the one that didn't like it. That's interesting. I feel like healing is still really fun, and the game honestly feels so much better to heal too. That's interesting. I wonder why he feels that way. I played every healer on the beta, yeah. I played every healer. I would say I have a video on it too. If you want to just watch that, I do have a video on it right here. Healer tier list essentially, but I think every healer is pretty solid at the moment. I do think that Monk and Pally are the best. I think my tier list, I believe, I think Monk and Pally are the best. I think Druid and Holy Priest are underneath them. And then I think Shaman, Disc, and Evoker are all kind of equal. So from my experience of playing the beta, playing against the healers, playing with the healers, that's kind of how it feels. It feels like every healer is pretty solid, but there's obviously going to be there's obviously going to be a best and worst of something. Just how it is. Even if everything is OP, like, you're always going to have a best or a worst. So right now, I think Pally and Monk are the best. I think Holy Priest and Druid are, 3 and 4. And then Shaman, Disc, and Evoker are all kind of similar. What do you think about 1 round of Shuffle or 1 round Merge with 3 skis? I think that's what it should be. I need your Holy Priest talents? I could link it, sure. I think that's what it should be. If any avid PvP wants to have longevity and be more enjoyable to watch for the average player, then add-ons seem to be extremely limited. Oh, for sure. I think Shamans are still fun, yeah. I think that's one thing too where, it's hard to get people to think that way, right? It's hard for people to get that perspective, to have that perspective, because I mean, at the end of the day, dude, some people just don't care. Like, I genuinely care about the health of the game, and I want the game to succeed so bad. I've always wanted it to succeed. I think it's, caused a little bit of depression in the fact that, I care so much, and then you see some of the changes made, and it just feels like, it's kind of a sinking ship, unfortunately. And I think that a big part of WoW, I feel like a big part of WoW that harms it is the fact that it's just not viewer friendly. And I think part of that is the add-ons. I think the add-ons, I think people having like their own wacky spaceship UI and everyone is different. Unfortunately, I think that makes the game way worse from a viewer, from a viewer standpoint. And it's hard to advertise and market that and promote that to get people to play when it's just impossible to tell what's going on from streamer to streamer to streamer or player to player. Is HPAL plus Rep Midnight viable in Midnight? Maybe. I think Archon and Oracle are both good. I don't know what's better. I don't know. Oh, I wanted to play all Haste on Holy Priest. Should we try it? I want to spam Smite. I want to spam Smite and Holy Fire all game. It's doing damage. I need more Haste. Need more Haste. Hey, Shaman today? At some point, probably. Okay, so we need to change our spec a bit. What's your FPS and beta? 101 in the city, 105 out like in arena and stuff, like 140. Have it capped. Okay. Let's make a by the Haste staff. Buy an enchant for that. I need to get a haste. Okay, so I need to redo my rings too. Shit. I need shoulders, cloak, bracers, belt, boots. I basically need to replace everything. Okay. I kind of want to do some haste mastery pieces. Okay. Obviously, WoW always had that barrier because the classes are complicated compared to something like League, but add-ons definitely did not help. Oh, for sure. Try getting into it, but they see all these weak ores and crap that are needed. Yeah, it's one of those things where obviously you don't need to play the game, or you don't need weak auras to play the game, but if you want to play arena and be competitive, like, you definitely do. Because you're, once again, you're just at a massive disadvantage. Yep, that is Mariah in the back. I need haste mastery stuff. I think that's another part of it. I don't think that's the biggest issue, you know, out of the many things that you could list. I think that is a big part. Shit. I think that is a big part of it. How do you get precog in the beta? It's a gem. It's a gem. I'm holy right now. I want to go more haste on holy priests for fun. Chant this. Is it hard adapting to this weird PvP craft system? The crafting system is honestly not that bad, but it's overwhelming, I would say. Like it doesn't feel that complicated when you actually, you know, craft a couple items and look at it. The problem is, first glance, it's very confusing, right? Like first glance to see these, like to see profession specs and then look at like different things you can make for your gear or the heraldry system and then the stat on top of the fucking embellishment. Like at first glance, it is very overwhelming, I think, for people. You know, which is unfortunate because it's a pretty cool system, but yeah. I want to buy a haste string. I already have one. I know I don't. I don't want my verse to be too low. Okay, maybe we'll try that. Have any gems? Okay. New gem. Haven't anything you did, just PvP gear? Well, you can only get 3 gems, and you can get 3 gems. Oh shit, wrong character. You can get 3 gems, and you can get like an embellish, of course. Embellish, I think, is important. I don't think they would unnerf crit in PvP. I don't know. I think it's kind of needed to have it nerfed, to be honest. Because, especially with the game still having cooldowns and cooldowns and weakors. Jesus. I'm programmed. Unintended. Especially with the game still having like a bunch of modifiers and cooldowns and stuff. Yeah. Adding back, that's Mariah Carey, yes. Adding back 200% crit would be crazy. Could you imagine a Windwalker, dude, just running in 200% crit on a Windwalker? They run in and RSK you for 250,000, 260,000. That'd be a lot. How are you cycling through? How are you cycling stuns and healing when you play Druid? I think it's best to just try to do it every 30 seconds. Like you want to try, I think, on Druid to get your CC every 30 because that's the cooldown of Incap Roar, right? And like MAME, right? So every 30 you're kind of doing stuff. And then based on what's happening, based on if you're taking damage or not, if the enemy has cooldowns up, then you can decide if you want to CC past that point. But I do think trying to be consistent with getting CC every like 30 seconds is important. Get a haste enchant here. Okay. Did I have like no verse now? Oh my god. I have a lot of haste though. Prime. Should we do it? Spam smite. Is it better to roar? Is it better to roar than stun into clone or open with stun into roar clone? I don't know. You could open with roar and just stun NS clone too. It just depends. I don't actually know what would be better. Like rake stun into incap NS clone is pretty good as well. A lot of CC. And then you obviously don't have to cast or anything, so. They shamans have to cast so many abilities, do they? That's Tempest or so, right? Oracle's really good still, yeah. I mean, it's just, I think Oracle will always kind of be best for Priest. Just because you get so much instant healing from it, right? Like, Double Palm is really good. Double Palm is really good. I killed him, dude. There we go. Should I fear him on the res? Oh, this guy stopped him. Nice. Tell me, what do you think is going to be the better fit for threes with Demo Lock and Resto Shaman? A Demo Lock and a Resto Shaman. I don't know. Maybe Mage. Maybe Mage Lock Shaman could be good again. Or Shadow Priest Lock. Gonna get rank 1 shuffle as Holy and Midnight. Do it. Do it up. I just see all these crit-based talents that seem really cool in theory, but are bad for PP. Yeah, pretty much. Like it's rough to crit. I think was a lot different in the older game because it was one of the only modifiers, you know. But Having crit be 200% now would be kind of rough because you're just adding another, like, you're just making another modifier crazier. Because crit is a lot different back in, like, TBC, for example, right? Or Wrath. Even though there are still modifiers in those expansions, it's not what it is now. Like, you have, like, one, or you have, like, a cooldown. And then you have crit RNG on top of that. On top of, like, you know, resist RNG and all that shit. But when you add crit back to the game now at 200%, oh my god, it would be insane. Because they actually did that in Dragonflight. You might have missed it. In Dragonflight, they made crit, I think it was the first season or the beta, or both. They made crit 175 instead of 150. And it was just, yeah, it kind of turned out how you would expect. It turned out kind of how you would expect it to. Made things a lot crazier. So, how dare you kill that one monk? I had to, bro. I had to. He was 10%. He killed my pally friend. All right, we have a lot of haste, dude. 26% haste. Tried to fade the go. Didn't get it. Bro. I hate that every time I want to have fun on Holy Priest, I got a Boomy on my team. Or a Boomy in the lobby. And I'm just playing a Volpera, dude. It's gonna beam me again. Yep, there it is. Faded. Stun him. Spell that. On this guy. Try to fade the Hodge, didn't get it. No, my Halo, dude. I can trinket the trap. Don't beat me, don't beat me, don't beat me, don't beat me. Okay. I'm stuck. I throw a bag, I throw a bag. Oh, he fucking time stopped my shit, dude. Dude, he time stopped my Guardian. Dude, I fucking hate time stop. This guy didn't press it the entire game. And then presses it to throw the game. Guys, they got to get rid of that ability. They need to get rid of time stop. Not because it's OP, but because people just grief you with that fucking spell. They got to get rid of that spell. They got to get rid of that talent. That shit is so annoying. I Serenity and Guardian into that. Like, oh my god. Yeah, they got to get rid of that ability. That shit is fucking stupid. My spirit is silenced there. That's pretty good. MD all the CC. Get him up. Blasting the priest. Got your glare. Got your dots. On this guy. Got your silence. No, I thought I could get the global faster. Got your Houch. On this guy. Okay, this guy. Spell this guy. Spell this guy again. I think we kill eventually. He time stops. He time stops. This guy. The priest again. Try to fade his silence. Blasting the priest, dude. Yep. Yep. We did a lot of damage. We got some smites out. I could do more damage if I had verse. The problem is I think I need to have a little bit of mastery. No. Need to have a little bit of mastery. $1 for every time I lost a social round to a dragon time stopping themselves, dude. Time stop? Have number of spells been reduced for midnight? Overall, they did some pruning, yeah. We're going Hunter. Any tips on not staring at HP bars? You just have to straight up force yourself to. You just have to force yourself to look at other stuff. Throw back for healing. Don't die in the opener. Don't die in the opener. This guy. Oh my god, I fucking took one step on. Fine. Hodge. Stopped him. On bounce. Very fear. I need to get a stun. I'm gonna trinket this. With fear. We dispel. Is a big halo out. Fair Hodge. There's the odds. Sun Trap. You watch the Super Bowl, who you got to win? I want the Seahawks to win. I think that'd be cool. Sam Darnold was a former Panther, bro. Gotta root for him. On the Hunter? Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Oh, you fucking turtled. That's annoying. Kill the priest, though. See this guy on the heels? I'll run him out of line. Oh, he's so fucked. He's so fucked. Dude. Dude, that was so annoying. I hit fade on his void thing. I didn't have fade for like 1 second. I was gonna fade and then spirit. That was so annoying. I got double void volleyed to lose. That's unlucky. There's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do about that. That's actually just so unlucky. Damn, we actually should have won that game, I think. That was troll. I could have saved him that game. It's really annoying. The point should the SV DOS be misspelled? I mean, you should just dispel on cooldown, honestly. But it kind of depends. I might trigger this because it's still cooldowns. Tell me. Why don't you play disc? Just don't want to. I've played everything. I have played every healer in the beta. No. I faded his deep breath. He just deep breaths again. What's going on here? Does it break? Okay. Faded. Blasting. Craziness, dude. We both have halos flying around. Holy Priest, I have him? No, you have him. I'm not playing short him, though. Okay, you still have him. You still have him. Archon feels weak like last season? Yeah, I mean, Oracle's probably better. I mean, it kind of... I think it just has better mechanics, so... Just has better mechanics. Get in there. Let's get in there, team. Oh, I didn't get the dots. This is really bad. I'll guardian him. I'll trinket now. Hit him. Stun him. Oh, I kind of let him sit that hodge. That sucked. Got him. The restun? Oh my god, we're destroying this guy. Hodge. Have a halo out. I'm beamed. Got my halo out. Spelled him. I faded his incap. It's gonna clum me again. Oh, he stopped it. Watch. Oh, he fucking ran out of my line on my PI. Oh, we're so sad. This is a really shit spirit now. We're dead. He called me on it. Oh my god. Actually saved my life. We're dead. No, no, no. Maybe that's when my brain likes Frost Decay with the power room weapon. Do it, man. If that's what's good for you. That's what's fun. Frost Decay does do that if you want to get the full one tap. Alright. The Evoker can't win a game. Unlucky. Playing all haste is rough. I can't cast as much as I want to. Can't do as much damage as I want. Can you get 20 miners so I can see the enchant? That means I'd have to try harding, man. Slept. Okay. Crap. Bounce. Okay, we're kind of alive. This guy. A trinket this. Got this. Fix me. Come see him. Time stops him again. Dude, fucking stupid ass dream breath, dude. Or deep breath. I'm gonna trap. We could lose here. We could lose here. Put bag at him. They just have pally healing. They just have pally healing. I don't have the right gear. Dude, I fucking ran into him right when he does that. Yeah, this is fried. I did everything over. Maybe I can save him. Good win. Second set of cooldowns. Kill Sky. Hit him. Go for the win. Nice. Thank God. Thank God. That's why my main is DPS warrior. I love that. Love being a DPS. It's way less stressful. Look at the stress out of that game. Look after that game, man. I feel so stressed out. When you're a DPS, you don't have to think about that. You just play. You just fucking play, dude. Hit your buttons. Alright, all haste feels kind of garbo. Mainly because I can't spam cast like I want to. Like, I need to be able to actually heal. Unlike Pally. When I played my Pally, it was different. I went all haste. It was so fun. Oh, the stress I got is who's slamming Bladestorm? Who I'm slamming with this Bladestorm? You gotta hit everybody, dude. I don't want to play another Pally game. I get stressed thinking of ways to flame my healer when I DPS. That is true. When you're a DPS, you're kind of always flaming your healers, you know? So you're stressed on their behalf. Warrior much easier to start as in PvP as a noob. Warrior is always a good like baseline DPS class, yeah. Good up. That's on a hunter now. So my healer's fault? Always the healer's fault. Unless it's not. This is what I have right now. What's stat pro for Oracle? Holy Priest is the same if you want to heal. You can just have the most healing. You go Mastery and Verse and a little bit of Haste. So right now you'll probably get, I think with the right gear, I think I had like 10 or 12% Haste, something like that. The rest is Verse and Mastery. Does warrior enjoy or I decree if I land my healer and die, it's my healer's fault. Yes. I've unironically had so many warriors do that. Isn't that weird to think about? I think Awakening's better than Sanctified? I don't know. I think both are good. I can't tell what I like more. I think both are good because Hammer just does more damage. Hammer does more damage, so obviously having longer wings is nice. But Awakening is also nice because you kind of get the big judgments, you know? The big hammers immediately. Like, you get a crit every time you press wings, which is nice. So I just press wings and hit someone for 100k. Nice. But it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Because yeah, with Avenging Crusader, like, your wings cooldown right now is 45 seconds when you play this talent over here. So you basically only have, if you're hitting wings on cooldown, you only have a 30-second downtime with it, essentially. So you get 15 seconds of wings, and then you have 30 seconds of downtime, which is really nice. I don't know what I like more. I haven't decided yet. I feel like I like the longer wings more than I like Awakening. But, don't know. I haven't decided. I haven't decided. Hard to tell what's actually better. I feel like maybe if you're fighting things with more CC, you would go longer wings. Otherwise, play Awakening. Dude, Super Bowl today. What do we eat? What's our plan? Pizza? Pizza, of course. I feel like you have to get pizza on Super Bowl Sunday. I feel like it's just like tradition, you know? You trying to Fistweaver is it good? I have not played full Fistweaver, but I would assume it's decent because it got buffed. I don't know. Should we try it? For fun? For funsies? I think I have to buy different gear because I think I had a lot of haste gear. And I think it's good to have mastery with that. Log on our little monk. I don't know what town I want here. definitely want that. I don't know if you need to play Shaylins. Hmm. I like extending the buff, but like, if I want Rising Mist, it doesn't actually heal anymore. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Need more mastery. Mastery staff. Enchant for it. Um. I'm gonna have to craft gear. I don't want to do right now. Okay. We're gonna have to craft gear. We need another mastery ring, of course. Look at this. All this crap. Go over here. Need a chest enchant. We need rings. So double mastery. Boom. Mana for main stat. And then I need to make a ring. I need to make one ring. Ring, belt, bracers. I don't know if I want to get rid of all my haste, but okay, so we need a ring. Let's make a ring. Oh shit, wrong one. Okay, we'll do that. Craft it. Same crank kick talent. Burning as hard I see is as hard as I see. I used to have 4 row of action bars. Now they'll be blank. I don't think the pruning is as scary as people think. It's just, it looks scary because yeah, you lose spells, but then when you think about it, for a lot of classes, as far as healers go, you don't actually use those spells. For most, I would say. But obviously some stuff does feel weird. Like, I still think it feels weird to not have... I still think it feels weird to not have, I still think it feels weird to not have Renew on Priest. This feels awkward. Doesn't feel bad. Just feels awkward. Dude, determined heliotrope? You think this is good again? No way. After gear. We see some H-Boss solo queue? Maybe after this next game. Alright, let's go over here. They got no gambling here. In what up? I am not gambling, yeah. Your names? My names are sick. Fuck. I sent it to the wrong guy. The problem with my names is that I keep forgetting which characters are which. Christopher Haste is a go-to Mastery's dog? I mean, I don't know if Mastery's dog. I don't know if I agree with that, but I think Haste is really good. And once again, I'm just testing stuff. Just testing stuff. You guys gotta be more open-minded. Gotta be more open-minded. You open a stream, you see someone testing something, and you're like, LOL, bro. That shit sucks. So you gotta just be more open-minded. Maybe I want to mess around with different stats. Maybe I want to have fun with different things. You know? Maybe I want to play a one-shot build, you know? Maybe. Boss gearing system is so overwhelming. Yeah, I think the crafting system is definitely confusing for people. So I want to have fun with your mustache. All right. I don't know if I want you to have fun with my mustache, but okay, we got that. We got that. We got that. We got that. So we'll equip our weapon, our back, chest, our ring, our neck, or our other ring, our neck. Okay, so now our haste is low, but I have more mastery. So let's try it out. For fun. Oh, we got instant pop, so prime. Yeah, Galactic Glide is sick. Just do it up. So, yeah, because they buffed Ancient Teachings. And they buffed Way the Crane. So we'll see. Because, yeah, we could play this instead of Resplendent. Oh, shit, I need a damage talent. There we go. Can a build work without Mistline? Is that the renewing one? Probably not. Probably not. I feel like I want more haste. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Just need another Q, man. Just need another Q. Does Monk Force sound bad? I don't think it's bad. I mean, you just get a free renewing. So, I mean, renewing mist is such an OP hot right now. So, I mean, getting a free renewing mist up is really nice. Maybe it is unnecessary. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what is best, because normally for Fistweaver, you would go full haste and verse. But I wonder if Mastery would be good because of this talent. I think this talent makes it interesting. Because I get more damage, but I also get my reset. So technically what I could do on Master, like I could do this. Technically. I could RSK into Thunder Focus T, RSK into Thunder Focus T, RSK. Just back to back to back. Which maybe that's good, maybe it's not. I don't know. No clue. Just messing around. Is what I could do is I could like RSK into T into RSK into T, you know? Nice. Alright.
Busting.
Give me a Q.
Makes me feel good. Busting makes me feel good.
Yo, left there with the resub, dude. Appreciate that, bro. Welcome. Come on, man. We got to insta-pop, and then now we're waiting. There we go. Also, I still think this could be good. Your dance, rock. Easy as dope. Appreciate. I drop by more often. Thanks, dude. Dance is the only reason I'm able to keep people alive. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it or not. I feel like it's got to be good because they just buffed the healing. So. Oh, and they're yeah, it's got to be good into this. Got to be good into this. Bunch of pets. And you have meditative focus. It's so OP.
What happening?
It's so OP. Oh, yo, Val, what up, dude? Appreciate the resub, man. How's Midnight? Midnight's pretty fun so far. I've enjoyed playing the beta. I've enjoyed it. I like the pacing more. I like no weak auras and stuff. Feels good. Feels natural. This guy said, "Hey, yo, probably a ret, huh?" I say it's still fun. Could be a little bit better maybe, but insta blinded, dude. Sounds. What's OP? Death Knights. I got another proc. I don't know. I feel like a lot of things are good. I feel like every spec of Hunter is good. I feel like locks are good. Oh my god. We run, we run. Weird. I feel like mages are good. Oh, I have a big kick off this. Kick me. Dodge me. Okay. Dude, you're just kiting me, bro. It's actually so disgusting. Okay. Nice, he's so dead. He's gotta die, he's gotta die. I'm just a Fistweaver. Survival is damn. Alright, dude. Not bad. Arms Warrior's insane to you? Arms Warrior, huh? Yeah, I mean, DK's good, Red's good. I feel like there's a lot of things that are good. Hunter seems OP. Misty Monk's OP. Holy Pally's OP. But that was nice. I just... Spinning Crank Kick just so much. It says Misty needs like a minus 50% heal. What the hell? Trying to get me nerfed, man. Okay. We need to incap the priest soon. Incapped him. Keeps me. I don't know how good actual Fistweaver is, but caster is good, yes. Oh, I procced him almost. How we lose? That's really annoying. How we laid. Thank God. We die through? Send them both? Heard me? Kill him! I cocoon this. It blocks. Dude. The Stormbolt's so annoying. Heard me? Dude, he got the sheep there. That sucks. We lose. Oh, he actually got the sheep at the end. So lame. Guess that needs a kick? I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I think removing the kicks from healers was good. To be honest. I feel like this has to be OP. Like, why do I have aura, dude? Fuck aura. Your healing just procs orbs, dude. Let's just play that, see what it does. That was a bad game. I kind of fucked up at the end. Should have aura'd for the song. Classic. Classic. I actually just can't hit the mage. Impossible target. Send them both. Give him a heal. Shaman is a kick, yeah. Revival this. Go sleep. Go stun. Oh, I got a proc. I could have just used that. We procced him, we procced him. Weird. Kick. Fucking mage invising 20,000 times. He's just dead. Cheap. I could have just trinketed this. Probably would have been better. Stun him again. He's just dead. Yes, yes. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Fistweaver is too good just because it's I feel like in order for Fistweaver to be really good, you have to have just insane output. And then the kick, obviously, too. Like, the kick mechanic. Having a kick was really broken, right? You just have 3 melee running at somebody. Can't cast a spell. It's a lot different. A lot different. But I mean, the healing doesn't feel bad. How much did my orbs do? 1% of my healing. Yeah, orbs are garbage. Orbs are fucking garbage, dude. Don't ever play orbs. I can still cast. Okay. Weird. Wow, they actually just blew us up instantly. Unlucky. Can you get slow? You can get disable, yeah. You can spec into it. I feel like I shouldn't have to, but maybe it would help. Going to warrior. Okay. I need to not play spheres. I swear they're useless. It ran up and feared me, but it's just bugged. Throw a bag at him? I slowed him with the bag, dude. Yep. He's so fucking lucky. What a piece of shit. Yep. Get this one now, buddy. Get this one now. Oh, I'm so bad. I thought I could get it before, like right when it ended. Kind of alive though. Weird. 10 song. Song at all the pets for fun. Cap the priest. Just die, dude. There we go. Are you fisting? I am on the Fistweaver. I am indeed. I am indeed Fistweavering. Oh. Feels alright. Dude, the healing sphere talent kind of blows. I thought it would be better maybe, but I swear we should just run at the priest. Hates my shit. I'm so angry. Like, how crazy would that be if we just killed the priest, dude? I feel like we could. Hates? Okay. I'm gonna sheep. Give him a renewing. Renewings are out, we're fine. How'd I get locked there? What? Wasn't even casting. Kidding me? I'm bad. Ouched. I swear we would actually just kill this priest so fast. Or we just keep running them down, though. I got the song. Or we just keep running them down? Dude, what the fuck? Fucking 25 invises. Got the touch. Rocked him. Blocks and bops. Sheep to give you cocoon. Good luck. We're dead now. Barry, he's gonna fear me. Maybe he dies. Yes! When a rank 1 tile's coming out? I have no idea. I have seen the new mini CC thing, yeah. I saw mini CC was updated, and now it's... Yeah, people just find their way, dude. They always do. They always do. Dude, the healing sphere talent was so ass. I thought it would be way better. But I think it just spawns at random spots. So you don't actually get to walk through it. Because it did 62,000 this game. Which means I got 4 healing spheres worth of healing. But I think it's just straight up not... I think we're not running through them. Because it's just RNG. Well, maybe. I'm getting some healing here. Well, some dispels. No, I dispelled a few times, actually. Interesting. Battles come out Tuesday, maybe? I don't know. Normally it's 2 weeks. It wasn't 2 weeks, so maybe this week? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Fistweaver feels not terrible, for sure. Like I could have better talents and stuff too, better uptime with things. I think playing Zen Spheres is still good. I just have to be better at pressing it. But there's still some things I think I could do a lot different. Play Aura, that would help. In-cap song every time. I keep getting like rando kicked or something on it, so. Not bad. I'm fried today, man. I'm fried today, holy shit. What happens? Start late. Start the stream late. Always feel fried. Always. Always. Hodge yo ass. Rep paladins are good. It seems like both specs of red are good. Templar or the other one. Which we're definitely not too happy about. But what can you do? Nothing like getting slammed from downtown by reds, dude. I think Resto Shaman's still good. But I would say it's towards the bottom of healers overall in strength. It's like middle. Like I would put it at like 4 or 5. Something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Vanguard's is live. What's he doing? Playing red? Of course. He is. On the beta too. Oh man. All right. It is time, people. I had a very very long morning, so I know it's lame. I apologize for the super short stream, but I didn't want to just not stream. I'm trying to get better at that, you know? I'm trying to get better at when I'm having like just a busy day or like a lot of shit going on to still go live and not to just disappear. I'm trying. And that's what today was. We went live, talked about some stuff, tested some stuff. We'll have a new YouTube video out on top, or talking about the pacing and all that. That'll be fun. Or the add-ons and all that. That'll be a good one. And yeah, I think now we just hit in with the host, and then when should I get my pizza? Maybe I'll go pick up a pizza in like 45 minutes or something. Because I want to have the pizza for when the game starts, you know? When the game starts, I want to have the pizza there. So maybe in like 40 minutes, I'll order it and I'll go pick it up. Because we're not doing DoorDash, people. We're not doing DoorDash. We're going to pick it up. We're going there and picking up the pizza. That's the plan. Are you going to compete this tourneys? I doubt it. I doubt I'm competing again, honestly. I would only do it if the team wanted to play, and I just don't see that happening. I don't see it happening. W Pizza, W picking it up. Yep. It's going to be sick, dude. I haven't eaten anything all day, so I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I haven't eaten shit all day. I've had water and a shake. I need to just stuff my face with a large pizza for sure. That's definitely what I'm going to do. But yeah, guys, appreciate all the love and the support and the hangouts as always, the chats. I will be back. I'll probably end up streaming tomorrow. I didn't stream the last couple days, so I'll probably stream tomorrow. Yeah. I'll see you then. Enjoy. If you're going to watch Super Bowl, enjoy. If you're going to watch the halftime show, enjoy as well. I'm excited for that. The Puerto Rican blood in